Welcome to the Orange and Blue Report presented by the UVA Health System. I'm Dave Kane. He is Ahmad Hawkins, the ball hawk, and we are getting ready to dive into another scouting report. It is the second to last game of this regular season. Where does the time go? When you're 7-3, time flies when you're having fun. Virginia trying to make it 8 wins. It's amazing. And here we go into this game against Georgia Tech, a team that has had Virginia's number in this facility at Bobby Dodd Stadium. Cavaliers haven't won here since 2008. That's 10 years ago. And what has been the biggest thing standing in the way?
I think the biggest thing is just that stadium, because even when I played here, I lost in '98 and 2000. And then one year we were actually ranked in the top 10, and we lost to Joe Hamilton in the second half. So it's just a tough place to play. Their fans do a great job of being energetic, and once they get their momentum, it's very hard to overcome.
Yep, and even more challenging when you go against a team that's starting to feel its oats a little bit. They've won 5 of their last 6, 3 consecutive games, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, after a tough start to the season. But here we go, 2 teams playing pretty good football. So let's look at how this thing's going to play out here today. Everybody wants to talk about Georgia Tech and their offensive attack, that triple option offensive attack. But it's the defense in a lot of ways that has made strides this season under their first-year defensive coordinator, Nate Woody.
Definitely, and Georgia Tech's a team that runs a 3-4 similar to what we do, and they use speed. They're not overly big, but their outside linebackers are the size of safeties. As you can see, they come off the edge, they do a great job on the quarterback zone read, and they just are sure tacklers. And here you have a corner blitz. You see it coming, they rotate over, he defeats the offensive tackle, he gets to the football, and the great thing about that is it's a strip sack. Very aware of extra possessions for that potent triple option offense.
The other part of it, with that pressure, they forced 23 turnovers so far this season, and turnovers have been a big theme in this series for Virginia. They've given it away 3 times last time they were there. That essentially decided the game.
It definitely does, and as I stated previously, Georgia Tech, the way they're built on offense, if the defense can generate extra possessions, it's tougher for the opposing defense to maintain that type of intensity versus that type of offense that they run.
Well, one thing that Bronco Mendenhall was sure to point out this week talking about this game was the fact that so much you talk about, okay, can Virginia's defense stop their offense? But really, it's that offense for Virginia. If they can stay on the field, it's so important. And that's one area where Georgia Tech has struggled at times. That's giving up third down conversions. It's an area Virginia has been very strong at this season. One of the top teams in the country. You got to think that's going to be a huge part of this equation.
Definitely be a huge part. You talked about it. Georgia Tech has an issue of getting off the field. Their opponents are converting 50% of their third downs. UVA is one of the better teams in the ACC. If Bryce Perkins and Jordan Ellis can get the running game going, and then you can tack them through the air because they're not as stout on the back end in the secondary, then you put pressure on Georgia Tech's offense to get out of their comfort zone.
Well, you've heard all about the triple option attack all week long, so we'll leave that to the experts, right? Taquan Marshall and his teammates will present quite a challenge, though, certainly for Virginia's youthful defense coming up in this game. It's a 3:30 game tomorrow at Bobby Dodd Stadium. We'll hit there always at 2:30 on the Virginia Sports Radio Network. For Ahmad Hawkins, I'm Dave Kane. Thanks for letting us share a little bit of your time.